Let's discuss the characteristics of an ideal diode. About a real diode, we have already discussed that for a real diode we can write, that is a real PN junction diode. We know that in forward biasing its resistance is low, and in reverse biasing we have discussed that its resistance is high, as no current flows or negligible current flows in reverse biasing. But when we talk about an ideal diode, for various kind of analysis, we define an ideal diode where we write, for an ideal diode in forward biasing, its resistance should be equal to 0, as ideally it should not offer any resistance when it is forward biased. And in reverse biasing, its resistance should be excessively high or it will tend to infinity. And as we have discussed that in case of a real diode in reverse biasing, breakdown takes place due to excessive electron hole pair generation at voltage Vz. So in ideal diode, we consider that in reverse biasing, no breakdown takes place. Always you can say the resistance will remain very high or infinite. If I plot the characteristic of an ideal diode, then we can simply write that when voltage is negative, current should remain 0. And when voltage becomes positive, always the value of current is very high or it will be tending to infinity because the resistance is 0. So its slope should be infinite. This should be the characteristic of an ideal diode. That means if we talk about an ideal diode in forwards and reverse biasing, its circuit behavior can also be studied like if there is a PN junction diode, and in a PN junction diode, if a current is flowing from P side to N side, it will allow the current to pass because it will be forward biased, as P side will be at high potential and N side will be at low potential. So this will almost act like a straight wire through which the current will pass on. This is the situation for forward biasing for an ideal PN junction diode. And if we talk about the situation of reverse biasing of an ideal PN junction diode, you can see if there's P and N side and a current is flowing from N side to P side, here we can say this is because N is at high potential, P is at low potential. Then in this situation its resistance should be infinite. So we can say it will act like a open circuit or no current will flow through it. Here current should be 0 in case of an ideal PN junction diode. A current is having a tendency to flow from N side to P side. So this will be the situation for reverse biasing of an ideal PN junction diode.